Hi kids, my name's Nicole and this is Let's Make Art and you're here to paint with us. We are doing something fun today. This is, oh, we need to name him. But Keen's gonna make the noise first. We're painting a lion. It's a rainbow lion this time. And so what we're doing is grab your postcard if you have our box, or if you don't, you can grab anything that's a little bit smaller and we're gonna paint on that. So what we were doing is this month we are making a postcard for some kids. These kids are going through some hard times and we're here to cheer them on and remind them that they're brave by painting this beautiful lion. So the supplies I'd like you to get are your watercolors, a brush, where's my brush? A brush, your palette, a cup of water to wash off, and then a pencil. So I'm gonna start out with showing you the first step, which is we're gonna actually draw this lion together. Ooh. I know you can do this. I'm gonna break it down into smaller steps. So grab a pencil and grab your postcard. Now, when you're doing this, I want you to remember our motto, actually.
Perfect.
So we're gonna say our motto together. So if you can raise your right hand and repeat after me. I am brave.
I am brave.
I am kind.
I am kind.
And I am creative.
And I am creative.
Let's do this. Boom. So I wanted you to say that because when we were doing this tutorial, you were going to remember all three of those words actually. You are brave for doing this and trying this. You were kind for creating an art piece for someone else that you may not know. And you were creative because we're making this cool painting.
With multiple colors.
Yes, it's gonna be so much fun. Okay, so now the first step is that we're going to draw the face shape of our lion. Now, when you're doing this, I like to draw in pencil first. So I'm gonna use a pencil. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna come sort of in the middle. It doesn't matter exactly, you don't need to get a ruler or anything. We're making marks on this paper. So I'm gonna start in the middle and I'm gonna draw a curve and come around. So there's a few things. You can think of this as, I'm just gonna draw a circle, or maybe you draw an oval. It doesn't need to be perfect. Now, if you want, you can go, okay, wait, I wanna erase that a little bit. But what you're doing is you're thinking about your lion. Now, your lion can have some curves at the top of this. So what if you thinking, we're gonna use our imagination and maybe we see an apple, or maybe you see
a rounded heart.
Yes, it totally does look like a heart. So maybe you can, if that helps you to think that, maybe you go, okay, I'm gonna draw a heart. So I'm gonna kind of come up a little bit more and then connect it. Now these lines are just our guidelines, so they don't need to be perfect. Oh, I like thinking of it as a heart.
Yeah, it's nice.
We're gonna do that. Okay, so that is your face shape. Now, when you're doing this, one thing that you can think about is okay, I'm gonna be painting the mane or the hair. So you wanna have a little bit of room so that we can do that. So don't make it too big and take the whole space. We're gonna make it a little bit smaller. So maybe I'm gonna move mine in a little bit. Now, the other part that I'd like you to draw are your ears. So if you can see here, when you have your lion's manes, the hair goes above it a little bit. So that's why we didn't connect our ears right here. We're gonna draw them a little bit higher. So imagine some space right here. So what you're doing is you can draw, it's kind of just, it's an upside down U or a curve. So you're drawing it like that. Now, maybe your ears are pointed.
What if you tip it upside down?
Yeah.
And do smiley faces again?
Oh, turn it upside down.
Turn it upside down, excuse me.
Yes. So you can do that. You can turn it upside down and they're cool smiley faces. I love that idea.
And now it looks like a paw.
Oh. That's cool.
You can
Maybe
do
we
a
make more.
two-part postcard.
Yes.
One of the lion's face and one of its paws.
And then it's a whole trail of them if they get whole. Dang, I love that idea.
So many ideas.
This is the fun part about creating. So you have that. Now what we're going to do is we are going to paint our rainbow lion. Now, I need to grab my watercolors out. So we're going to paint with 3 colors. Or that's what I'm starting out with. So I'm starting out with my red, and I'm squeezing just a little bit on my palette. Yellow.
You can count the drops.
Yeah, you can. You can do maybe 3.
3 drops.
How's that sound?
Sounds great.
Okay, so we have 3 colors. So I'm going to show you. So I grabbed just an extra piece of paper, and I'm going to show you the colors. So we're getting our rainbow already. So we have red, yellow, and blue. Now, we want to create our rainbow. So the next color in the rainbow is orange. And guess what? You can make orange yourself.
What?
So I'm going to use 1 drop of red, and then I'm going to squeeze maybe 3 drops of yellow, because the red is really strong. So I'm going to do more yellow. So red plus yellow equals
Orange.
orange. Boom.
Woo!
We got our orange now. Then we're going to keep going with our rainbow. So we're going to mix yellow and blue makes green. So we're going to mix those together. Ooh, here's the really cool thing that I love about mixing colors is I have this color. What if I think, okay, I'm going to start with that color. What if I add 1 drop of blue? What happens?
Ooh, that's a pretty blue.
Ooh, that's like a turquoise.
Ooh.
So I have 2 different colors. Ooh.
Yeah, that's a good green.
Mixing colors is so fun. Okay, now the last color in the rainbow. So we have red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. So we're going to mix the 2 colors at the end. So we're going to mix blue and red. And that is going to give us...
Is the blue strong like the red is strong?
They are pretty similar. I think it's because the yellow is such a light color. It gets overpowered sometimes, so you might need to give it more yellow. It's a good question.
That is a pretty purple.
Beautiful color. Love it. Okay, so now we have all of our colors ready. Now we are ready to paint. So you have your lion, and you're going to grab your brush, swish it around. So I want to change my color. So whenever you change colors, always remember to dip in water first. So I'm going to get some water, and I'm going to paint my lion yellow, the inside. So I'm going to grab some yellow, and I'm just going to paint. So I'm going to paint inside. Now, I'm going to do all of this. When you're painting, I want you to be loose and have fun. We're just coloring this in, giving him some color. So I'm painting the full face. Now I'm going to paint his ears. Ooh, what should we name this guy, Keenan?
I was thinking, now hear me out.
Okay.
What if I had 2 names? One was Timothy. That was my first name, Timothy the Lion.
Okay, sounds
Second
very kind.
thought was, because he's rainbow, what if it's just a headdress and it's a girl?
Oh, epic.
Yeah, so the headdress is part of the play that she's going to be in, and she's the male role. So it's Samantha the Lion.
Sounds great.
Perfect.
Samantha. Okay, so Samantha, to give her some rounding and depth. So depth means when you can see some part in front and some in the back. So when you have a rounded shape, just like an apple, like I was saying, we want to give it some life. So to do that, I'm going to take a little bit darker color. So let's take the orange. So we have yellow. I'm going to grab some orange. And what I'm going to do is whoa, you might get some color everywhere. That's okay. I'm going to just paint on the outside of her face.
Okay.
Now, this is going to be the magic part. So I'm painting on the outside. Now what you're going to do is you're going to dip in, grab some water, swish around, and I'm going to scrape off to the side so it's not super wet. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to see where the line connects. I'm going to go over this, and we're going to blend it in. So this is a beautiful thing about watercolors. So I'm just moving over that line. Like that. Oh, I'm just going to make heart shapes.
Oh, perfect.
So we're kind of painting inside. So can you see how it kind of makes it look more rounded?
Yeah.
Cool. Now, I'm going to do the same thing with my ears. And you will notice if you did our lion, which I want to show, we have a lion project that you can also do where it's the full lion. This guy's awesome. So we're doing a similar thing. So you're getting really good at making these lines. Okay, so now I have that. We are going to move on to Samantha's headdress, her mane, and her hair. Now, I think I'm just gonna go in rainbow order, but what I wanna tell you is that if you want your hair to be all blue, maybe it's all different shades of blue. It can be anything that you want. This is your postcard to paint because you are creative. So I'm gonna start with red, and what I'm gonna do is I'm going to just draw lines coming away from the face. Now when I get to the ear, I'm gonna kind of go around it. Ooh, here's the really cool thing I wanna teach you, is that do you see how it was really dark here and then it got lighter? So the really cool thing about watercolors is you're gonna get so many different colors. So I did that, now I wanna pick up and I'm gonna move to orange, and maybe I'll paint on top of this color, kind of blend it in. Let's see what we get.
I like that.
Just gonna move around. So we're just painting lines. So you can see how loose and free you can make yours. Ooh, this reminds me of, now that you said Samantha, I think of trolls. I just thought of, you know what I'm thinking of?
Maybe.
In the World Tour one.
Spoilers.
Whoops.
Just kidding.
It's a great movie.
It's a great movie.
I'm sure you might have seen it.
Which one? Which part?
The character where she's the rock and roll one.
Oh, Queen Barb.
That's what I think of her hair.
Yeah.
Right?
She's rocking.
She looks epic. So I'm gonna keep going and grab my yellow. Yellow's the next color in the rainbow. So I'm just dipping in and I'm drawing my lines. Now I kind of want to blend and see what happens. So we're just moving around. So what's next? Green. So I like to kind of go over the colors. Ooh. Here's where you can have fun. What if I just use water? And what we've been learning is just adding some cool dots.
Oh man, that looks awesome.
It's gonna kind of blend. Ooh, now I'm gonna so if you see my palette, we made this kind of this beautiful teal turquoisey color. I'm gonna grab that in too.
Oh, that's nice. That's like a third-endary color.
Yeah.
I think the word is tertiary.
We can definitely call it that. So I'm adding, oh yes, so I got some of my
Nice.
blue and then my purple. So I'm gonna blend it in, kind of go around the ear. Now it's okay if it paints over it, kind of bleeds into it. That's a cool thing. We're giving her some personality.
Yeah.
Ooh, maybe I wanna add some purple in here. Just keep going.
She's
Ooh.
gonna nail this play.
Oh, I'm gonna keep going. She's on fire in a good way. Now, we are going to let this dry because we're going to, it's a little bit wet, so if I were to paint, it's gonna smear a little bit. So while we let that dry for a few minutes, I want to show you how we're gonna do the face. So, let me move this in the center. If you look at this, can you see how what we did is we painted it with this shiny metallic color. Now, so that's what I was using, is I was using the same acrylic paint that you have in your box. I wanna show you, if you don't have that, here's the cool thing. Ask a grown-up, just say, hey, do you have a pen I can borrow? Because yes, if you have the same paint as we do, you can definitely use that. But I wanna show you that you can make art with any tool that you have in your home. So let me use another piece of paper just to show you what we're gonna do. Is when you are doing your faces, I want you to sit there and imagine what kind of face you want. Do you want him to be a little serious? Do you want him to be happy? Or her? Do you want her to be blinking?
Winking?
Or winking?
With glasses?
Let's do that. Oh, with glasses?
I don't know.
Okay, so when you're doing this, the reason why I'm asking you is that you're a magician, you're an artist. You can make any expression you want. So a few different ways, or you can draw their eyes. They can just be lines like that, or you can make them where they're circular, ooh, those kind of look like eyebrows right now.
Yeah, they do.
And maybe they have a little, you know, when you look at your eye and you see a little bit of white, maybe they have a little bit of white like that. So you're coloring it in. So these are all different ways that you can draw eyes. You draw like that. If you want to do them winking, maybe we'll do it where, so I'm going to draw an oval for my eye. So let's color that in. So when you're winking, one eye's open and one eye's closed, right? Now, like that.
Oh.
Maybe his nose is off to the side. Okay, I think I'm gonna go with this one. So this was just my practice to see what I wanted to do. You like that?
Yeah, that's amazing.
Okay, we're gonna do that. So now that this guy, he's pretty dry, we're going to draw on top of our paint. Again, if you want to do this in some other paint color or you want to do it with a pen like I have, you can use any tool. Now, what I think what might be easiest is I'm going to start with my nose. So I'm going to draw my nose. I'm going to draw it kind of in the middle. So I'm going to draw my nose, and I drew it kind of off to the side. Maybe he's like squinking, but his nose kind of comes off to the side. Yeah.
Got it.
Why not?
Nailed it.
So we're going to draw his nose. So we're drawing a triangle. So a triangle has 3 sides. So 1, 2, 3.
It's the strongest shape.
Oh, good to know. I like that. Now we are going to draw 2 smiley faces for the part. It's basically like the lip of our lion. So I'm going to draw a smiley face that way, coming from the center, and a smiley face that way. Now, our winking eye. So when you look at our eyes, we have the line down the center, and there's an eye on the left and an eye on the right. So I'm going to imagine that. So I have the line in the center. So I'm going to draw one to the left. So this is going to be the open eye. So I'm drawing an oval or a circle. Now I want to draw that glare and that glistening, beautiful white part. So I'm going to draw another circle, and then I'm going to fill this in. So fill that in, and then she is winking. Yeah.
Nice.
So maybe, I think, here, I'm going to teach you guys another thing, is I want to paint my nose brown. So here's the cool thing, is you can mix, like we were doing, any color. So maybe I have my palette. Let's see what happens. To make brown, you're going to mix your 3 primary colors. So I'm going to try that. So I grabbed red, yellow. So we're going to become an artist here. And then I'm going to grab blue.
A mixagician.
Ooh, I like that. Maybe it's a blue nose. Let's see what keeps happening. So I'm going to kind of mix colors. Purple. I think I need some yellow. So we're just kind of mixing the 3 colors to see what combo we get. Ooh. I like it. Okay. So I'm going to pick up that color, whatever color you have. I'm going to paint her nose. Yeah.
Nice.
There we go. We're all done. That is it. So you can, oh, we're not done, because lions have whiskers.
Yes, they do.
So maybe I'll use, let's just see what happens. I'm going to use orange. So I'm going to draw some whiskers. So I'm going to draw, the whiskers come from the part, they're attached to your face. So I'm going to attach them with these kind of freckles. I want to give her some freckles. And then from the freckles, I'm going to draw lines. Oh. So I'm just drawing lines coming away. And the whiskers go on top of the hair, so that's why I drew them a little bit longer.
Beautiful.
There we go. This was so much fun. Now, here's the really, really cool thing. What you just made is going to be you're going to put this in the mailbox, then that is going to go all the way across wherever you lived to a state called Texas. And think about kids that are going to be holding your artwork that you made. is going to impact them so much. So I want to say thank you for being a part of this with us. Sometimes when you see kids or adults who may be a little bit sad, you may not know what to say, but guess what? You have so much power inside of you to make a beautiful painting like this and make them smile. So that is what we're here to do. That's what Let's Make Art Matter is. That is the power you hold. And I hope you also had fun doing this. This was an awesome one. So again, this is your postcard. Make sure you ask a grown-up to help you put it in the mailbox and know that you did a very good deed today. So we'll see you next time for another painting. Bye, guys.